Seconds remaining.
That's going through. That's the stream. That's the game.
What?
We're good.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the B stream here at the DAC. I'm ODPixel. I'm here with Fog, and we're getting ready for the first game of the day here in Group A. Right? Yeah, we're in Group A. This is Group A. just to make sure you guys are following it. Just a quick apology, of course, for the delays. We had some technical issues, but we are now ready to go, and the draft is beginning, so I'll be able to shoot you into that pretty soon. We, of course, have Keen Gaming versus OG, so quite an interesting matchup to begin the day with. Interesting always to see how OG's doing with old Mad in the team. And Keen Gaming, a team I've not had the chance to see in a long time, because these guys, they've not really been at many LANs.
No, they haven't been. They played, what, at Hamburg, right? Yeah. That was like the last one they played at. But we're going to see what they can do. They've also swapped up some players since then as well, as we know. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I think they have a pretty good shot versus OG because, like you said, they're using Mad. Yeah. So they're not really too accustomed to using him. I think Keen might be able to catch them off guard because I don't think OG's going to know too much about these guys. Oh,
well, we'll have a look. We'll be able to get you guys into the picks and bans in a minute because we do have them kicking off. And the first few bans coming through, no surprises really. Well, actually, maybe more surprised with the Elder Titan. Not something that we necessarily always see first phase ban, but Keen take that away from OG. OG in response, they've opened with the Omni and the Gyro ban, that Gyrocopter. Seeming to be there's just the international carry at the moment. Everyone wants to play Gyro.
Everyone plays it, in Keen Gaming in particular, they play it quite a lot. So that is definitely going to be one of the ones that they're going to be looking at heavily. But yeah, I haven't got a chance to see any Keen. They've been playing like some Star Ladder, some Invitationals, and some other qualifiers, but they haven't been able to actually push their way through. They've been losing to majority of the other teams. Like,
and look at this, so the Tusk ban as well. So Keen Gaming, they're going for those Jarax bans.
Yeah, I think that's pretty appropriate. I definitely need to ban Chen.
Yep.
That one's got to be there.
I will see what a Keen Gaming take out. I mean, obviously going for like the Elder Titan Tusk, that's going to mean that there are some definitely popular meta heroes in the draft.
Is Tiny going to get banned?
That's
Tiny and Willow.
Tiny's the big one.
Tiny, Willow, and Sanking. I think Sanking's been growing a lot in popularity for me. So I think those are the three that I'm mostly looking at here.
You're going to let the Tiny through?
Okay, so Tiny's through. Willow's through. What do we get? What does OG want to do? I think OG's dabbled with the Willow. I think I saw them play it at Dream League, right?
Yeah, we saw them play it.
Yeah, we saw Jarex play it.
OG is definitely a team that would strike me as the ones to pull off the Willow quite nicely. So whether they pick it sort of first, because we've seen it get through drafts, but I feel like not always in the first phase. If it's sort of forgotten about, people like to slip it in at the third, fourth pick.
I think Tiny's always just always safe.
Tiny's solid, isn't it?
Yeah,
but they do go for it first.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I mean, this is.
I'm excited to see because this year at the start, at least, the first major, it was back in Katowice when it came out. It wasn't actually picked that much, but it's definitely starting to pick up momentum now as teams are.
Was it Katowice? Was it Bucharest?
No, you're right. It was Bucharest. It was right before Bucharest that it was brought in. And we sort of picked up a couple of times, but as of then, the more recent lands is getting more and more popular. Definitely more and more teams. I'm sure in the scrims they're starting to practice it, get used to it, and feel more comfortable with
Untapped potential. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Because it definitely is a super strong hero. Yeah. That is the thing about it.
So Sanking Tiny? I think Sanking Tiny looks nice if they want to go for that opener.
Yeah,
Sanking's been on fire lately. I really like this hero right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd agree. So much in the game. Good disable.
Okay, the old Death Prophet.
They're big fans of Death Prophet, but they do give the Tiny. I think that's.
Games.
I think that could be a little concerning. I think OG could just take the Tiny, and it's
Tiny Willow sounds
Death Prophet is one of those traditional things. Though. I think this might be a little bit of like that bait play, right? Because DP is good versus Tiny, but the thing is also Tiny has a lot of burst, which works really well against DP. So we'll see.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see if they want to pick it up in response to that DP. And they don't. We were talking about this.
Mag.
We were so hyped for this.
Sebastian
we want to see
mag.
it. Because I'll tell you why I want to see this. Because Weapons was talking about, apparently so Mad, in some of his games, not all of them, he does like the Aghanims build.
He does.
And we were sort of debating whether it's good or not. I'm so ready for him to show. I mean, obviously we've seen this pick. Are we 100% this is going to be Mad? Could S4 play out on the offlane? Is there a chance?
I think it's like 90% chance that's going to be playing this hero.
I'm so glad we got the Mad Magnus.
The hero gives you a lot of deep push. That can be always really nice versus Death Prophet in particular.
Yeah.
So I mean, this could be cool. It also it sets you up for a lot of combos too. So they have to ban the puck because we've seen that Willow puck combo, in particular from OG.
10 seconds.
But the mag always opens up a lot of these melee carries if OG does want to draft all that too for that empower.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, we get blessed with a mag right on the
no,
first
I'm
game.
happy. But as I said, I really wanted to see them do it. I didn't expect them to do this, but I guess you
first
guys were
two.
right. You said he loved playing this hero in pubs. Yeah. I mean, he's picking Magnus second pick. That is a lot of love for the big man.
Might be a little bold, but we'll see if it. We're gonna see how it works out because I know he likes. I've seen him actually play it a lot of the times too, because I watch a lot of. I actually watch a lot of Mad stream. It's a good stream to watch, and he tends to do really well in his mid lane versus everybody because you have such high base damage on the hero. You can always push the wave out, and I'm pretty sure he still does go bottle, so he can abuse runes, which is pretty nice.
Well, we'll see what else Keen Gaming take away from this. I mean, as you say, watching the pubs, is there any sort of heroes that Mad likes having on his team when he's playing the Magnus? Like anything specifically for like the safe lane? Like
just melee. I think just melee carries.
Any melee carry.
I think Lycan could even be an option. Yeah. Lycan, he could go for just like these safe jugs. Yeah. Something like that. It just allows you to play a lot more of these melee heroes now.
With that, are we still saying Tiny's out of it? Surely Tiny could still be pretty nice. Or
yeah, I think that's. Tiny, actually, no, Tiny could definitely just still be an option. It's so much burst damage.
A lot of combo follow-up.
Yeah, you already have your built-in cleave.
I'm sure I guess you don't have the attack speed really to fully benefit the cleave.
But the combo,
a lot of damage,
on top
a couple
of
of punches.
Yeah.
That certainly all adds up. We'll see if No-Tail does want to.
They could still pick it and put it off lane too, right? So it's like they still do have the
options.
options.
Put the Magnus off lane.
No, the Tiny. I mean,
they
have
Tiny
options.
Yeah, you're right.
They have options across the board.
Absolutely play it. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, the CK and the Puck taken away by Keen. Night Stalker, understandable ban if you're playing Magnus. One of those heroes that, just the vision game makes it very hard for the Mag to get those good jump-ins.
Mag could get a lot of help. This like Willow, if you get the stun early on, right? If you get that in the first level or two, easy setup for skewers, and even later on, if you set up the roots. You can pull people into the root with the skewer. Which, I mean, this could be some cool combos we see between these two.
Oh, absolutely.
OG actually bans the Tiny because they don't have the pick out of the draft. I think that's probably the biggest thing for me is they still don't want to give that one away because still a very strong hero.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Keen Gaming take to pair up with their DP Sanking.
I wish they'd pick something just like maybe not this time around, but like Rubik versus Mag is always going to be a classic. But I think maybe Rubik Sanking could be a little bit.
I mean, even going back for something like the old Venomance, so that was any sort of those damage over times that could be quite infuriating for a Mag.
Yeah.
And I mean, Venom's just great for the vision as well, just popping the wards down around the fight.
I mean, this already changes everything, right? Because you're not used to playing versus Magnus. So let's see if Keen actually switches the way that they draft. And okay, so this was. We used to see a lot of Chinese teams do this, right? The Void Death Prophet combo. They also have Sanking. Yeah. They have a lot of things to throw into that Chronosphere at the moment.
Okay. And it could be, I guess, a relatively good way to sort of fight around the RP. As long as you're not getting caught out by the RP, you can sort of get in there as a follow-up. I mean, even in those sort of situations, chronoing your own team, as long as you're getting sort of the melee carry as well that's punching into the RP targets, just managing to negate the damage that OG can do during the duration of RPs.
Very ulti reliant though on Keen already, right? That's like a lot of times why we don't really see Void safe picked up too often is because you really rely on.
But the same said with the Magnus, surely.
For now, but we've only seen the Mag, right?
Sure, yeah, they've got other cores.
They need Exorcism, they need Void ulti too in these team fights.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely, for No-Tail, they could definitely get him a carry that can do much more. And so the classic ones, as we're saying, the Jug still there. Other heroes that sort of ruin the Void's gameplay. I mean, Nagasaran obviously is sort of the best one, but you've already got Willow, so it might be hard to fit in. They go for the Rubik themselves. But maybe, as you say, also a bit of. I guess they could have had a Rubik in Keen's lineup.
They still could have had it. Yeah. But I mean, this is an excellent Rubik game already. You have Sanking stun. You've got the all Death Prophet spells are going to be great. You're going to get Void spells as well. I do really like this Rubik build and pick. And also, Rubik with Mag, this is a time and true staple. Not when they're always together, but there's so much deep push. And you're playing versus Death Prophet. You have so much nuke coming in. So also, I think, like, we were talking about that Ags Magnus. You throw some no field in there, aggressive no field.
Sure.
The damage actually really
does. Building it up.
Damage does go up. So we'll see. I mean, people who just tuned in, we were talking about,
Mad likes the
Ags Magnus. So we'll see.
I'm excited, and I want to see what Keen does this. Also, as well, you could see it as
turn to pick.
Okay, that's the Doctor.
Okay, the Doctor.
Safe. Another thing that can throw, like, you can place, the ward outside the chrono and good amount of damage. Safe laner as well.
I wonder if, do you think the Void pick as well was maybe taking it away from OG? Like, would there have been a chance they would have gone for Void Magnus, or do you think that would have been unlikely?
I mean,
good with the
maybe,
Empower.
maybe.
Alright.
Take the straight Terrorblade here. That's pretty scary. Letting your TB get that super farm up when you don't have to use meta to farm or anything. I mean, you never really want to use meta to farm, but you're going to be able to get enabled a lot off that Empower.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, no,
heavy physical
the farming's going to be great.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
I mean, this looks like a very good OG lineup. I think OG looks their best when No-Tail's actually been playing like this Terrorblade.
It's arguably one of his best heroes.
Yeah,
isn't it? He just put No-Tail on the Terrorblade. That's one he's super comfortable on.
And like Witch Doctor, you know, toward the later stage of the game, the cask sure can be decent, but there's going to be a lot of illusions coming out. The cask is going to be bouncing.
Yeah, how are you clearing these illusions really if you're keen?
Yeah, I think they still lack.
It's going to be hard later on.
They lack some AoE.
Unless, I mean, the Void, a lot of the Chinese Void players do like building the Battle Fury still, don't they?
So they still think that this could be an
S4 Magnus.
S4
They don't know about it. They might not know about the Mad Magnus.
The thing is, too, is that Dragon Knight, that can lane anywhere. We haven't.
Oh, sure. Actually, yeah. To be fair, it could be
much.
S4 DK offlane. Like,
Yeah,
S4 has
exactly,
played
yeah.
DK offlane. So
I do like this
that.
DK ban too, because right now you're looking at OG's like last their disables at the moment. It's like Rubik Lift and Willow Roots, so they do need something else that can actually be that starter of the fight. You never really want your mag to start a fight. You want him to be that like secondary follow up. We talk about that a lot.
And I think the DK is absolutely one of those heroes on the list. If you're playing Void, it's just one. There's never really a stage of the game where you can kill a DK in a chrono.
Yeah,
he's got far too much armor.
Long duration.
He's so tanky.
So your time walk, it will never actually be able to heal you if you do get stunned up from that Dragon Tail.
No, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good ban.
We'll see OG's final ban. So looking at Keen's lineup, we imagine they are still looking for the offlane hero, with the SK Witch Doctor suspected to be the 2 supports. So we'll see if they do indeed ban out one of those offlaners.
Maybe Void gets relegated to the offlane. I would imagine this is the carry hero though.
Oh yeah, I've not seen people. Actually, no, I can't remember the last team I saw play the Void offlane. There was definitely a team that I did.
Keen's played it. Keen's played that.
They have
offlane.
done the offlane Void.
Yeah, I gotta look at this game. Wait a minute.
Oh, they're gonna pick that here, aren't they? They're gonna pick a 5th pick Monkey King.
They could pick him. They played it safe lane, and they did run an off-lane Void.
Dude, they're just going to go
Vici.
Would they do 5th pick Monkey King
they
this
do
game?
Monkey King? Maybe they could do Monkey King this game.
Monkey King Void is really good. They're going to pick Monkey King.
They're going to pick Monkey King.
They're actually going to pick Monkey King.
Right? I think
so. They might do so. All right, so that's your offlane. So it is indeed our suspicion. It's the Mad Magnus.
And now both these heroes can benefit off of Empower. Like this Abba could get massive just from these Empowers.
Dude, he's got Monkey King. It's pretty good against the Abba in lane. You get the stacks up.
I think it could be a Monkey King. I think we're onto something here.
10 seconds remaining.
I can absolutely. That's the thing the Chinese teams do. They'll just go 5th pick Monkey King.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see.
I think it's pretty strong. I'm trying to think what other options they have.
I mean, with the Void, you've got good setup as well from the SK and the Witch Doctor.
I like it. I think the Monkey King looks pretty strong.
I mean, late game, I don't think it's too good against the Terrorblade.
Sure.
Because you're a lot. You're pretty much all physical.
Yeah. I mean, either they pick a safe laner.
It's good for the vision against the Magnus hopping around the trees. It makes it hard for Magnus to come in with a surprise play. And you got that boundless to hit through the Dark Willow's Shadow Realm thing.
It sounds like we're pretty sold on Monkey.
I'm sold on it. I think these guys are as well. They love, Let's see. They're probably going to pick something totally different now.
Probably something.
They're taking a long time to think about it anyway.
They're probably picking some offlaner, some like Underlord, and then they're putting the Void safe lane or something, right? Let's see. I didn't think it'd be the PL because they had the Void.
No,
because I thought they wanted something that could actually be able to throw damage in the Chronosphere because they've actually picked this before. They've picked the PL a lot of their games.
Okay.
They're definitely big fans of that hero, but
But isn't the PL one of those big sort of no-nos against the Terrorblade?
Yeah, against the Terrorblade, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. I'm not too crazy about that Phantom Lancer pick, I'll be totally honest.
I get it's a hard hero to RP.
It's a hard hero to kill.
Quick on the fingers, you got the doppelganger.
We were talking about the lack of disable, right? It's a root and a lift and like an RP, but I still feel like it's going to be hard. There's a lot of ways to clear his illusions. There's going to be the Magnus.
Yeah, the Empower.
Now he's probably going to go Aghanims.
PL into Cleave.
Yeah, and now he's probably going to go that Aghanims. So those illusions are always going to get cleared. There's going to be Abba shields, Rubik nukes as well.
And what do you do in the Chrono?
Exactly. That's why I didn't think they'd pick this PL with Void.
Unless you go Aghanims PL.
I think there's too much clear. I think if you go the Aghanims PL, it has to be versus a team with like no wave clear.
I'm excited to see. They must have a plan A, Keen. I mean, as you say, picking PL last here, it's not the most favourable of games to pick a PL into. There's a lot of sort of answers to it. I guess it's kind of nice. It's one of those heroes, you know, Jax, if he wants to be annoying, he's going to go somewhere, start hitting you with the Shadow Realm hits. You can dodge it.
It's hard to kill.
That could be nice.
I think that's the biggest thing that they're looking at. They're like, there's a lack of disables. If they can get this PL massive, then maybe he can do something. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out because he's versus Terrorblade. As we said, the bigger you get his PL, the bigger that reflection goes.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, getting into the game. Just a bit of a word of note, we will be referring to Witch Doctor as Destiny.
Yes.
That is the translation of those Chinese symbols, so Destiny on the Witch Doctor. We'll go for the team's MS on the PL. Those two will be heading down towards the bottom, and at the moment they will be matched up against both S4 and we'll see if Jarex does indeed stick down here to put some harassment on the carry on the Abaddon and the Willow. Mid lane?
Dual lanes is ideal in this type of game.
This is the exciting lane. We want to see how Mad does on his Magnus. As you say, in pub games, he's been killing it.
He has been.
This is his hero at the moment in mid lane. He will be against an old chicken Death Prophet. Now, I don't think it's not going to be easy for Mad. We'll see how he does. And top lane, the Dark, the off lane, the face is forward.
Who should be able to get a decent amount up here?
Against
because it's just a Rubik and a Terrorblade, so they can't really actually zone that hero too great. He should be, I think this Void should be able to get a good amount. In last hits, probably not the highest, but experience-wise, should be just fine. And it looks like they're going to put a full tri-lane bottom to be able to try to shut down this Abba from getting anything.
Okay. And they'll need it if Jarex is going to be sitting down here as well, trying his best to be as annoying as possible.
I think they putting this tri-lane tells me that they're like, okay, this PL needs to have an incredibly good game, so they don't want him to get slowed down by any means. And they're going to go, and they will be able to claim that bounty.
So, try to make sure that they grab that one. Dark trying to head over and grab his own. We'll be able to do so.
Keen gets 3.
Yeah. There's the dream start here in that center. I'm going to look towards Jarex. He's yet to skill. He's going to be forced to skill the Shadow Realm so he can actually just get himself out of it. I mean, I say that, though. They're going to continue to chase. I think Jarex is just dead. They're going to have a Spirit Lance back up. They've got him. There's the slow. That's the first blood. Destiny takes it. He says that's mine. And not quite sure what he was doing over there, Jarex.
I think he wanted to pull the wave, but they were
That was always I guess a little bit ambitious, though.
Yeah. With
the chase down potential of a hero like the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah. S4 will be able to get the lane in an okay spot right now, but they're putting a full tri-lane down here, so it is going to be really hard for S4 to actually get too much. And as we see top, the Void is playing in their faces because it's versus a dual lane. High armor. They don't got a whole lot to deal with that. No, absolutely not. Yeah, Dark can get a lot from this lane against these two. Doesn't have to worry too much. There's very likely to be any sort of kill potential unless he aggressively uses time walk and they turn on him with the Metamorphosis, but he should be fine. Yeah. And Jarex again having to play around with Yuna sanking. Jarex does get the pull. But there's another stun in 3 seconds. Jarex could be in a lot of trouble. He's not got the Shadow Realm back up. Oh, Yuna's actually just blocking the wave to try to stop him, but now the stun comes out. Jarex. I mean, S4's there. Has he got the shield skilled? He's not. He's got a passive skill. It's going to work there. Ooh. Only just. Jarex, he's got to be careful. He's coming down here. He's sort of feels like he's overestimating sort of the tank ability of this hero. It's very, very squishy here. They got the creep wave, though. But now, S4 getting stunned up bottom. He's actually just going to die here. What's going on this bottom lane? I don't think they expected this tri-lane. No. It is a pretty damn strong tri-lane with these two supports. Yeah. Keen Gaming, the Destiny Yuna combo is outplaying Jarex and S4. Yeah. Getting these 2 kills. Speaking of outplay, dude, look at this mid lane. Seb, 11-0. 7-0 Death Prophet already. All right. This is the... I believe he's got his bottle being delivered, too. The legendary French Magnus. Yep. I'm ready to see some big, sexy plays from Mad. Just what the doctor ordered. And item builds as well. I said, I'm looking forward to see if he does where he gets the Ags in his progression. And we'll get to see, won't we? Is it something that he feels is just a pub build that he can do, or is it something that he feels can work in a competitive environment? That's what we'll have to wait and see. But as we said, though, the Void getting something top, and he will be going for a Dominator with it. So this old build that we used to see some of the times when the offlane Void was picked. And look at him. He's going to be able to contest, like we mentioned. Yeah, he's perfectly fine up here to be able to get all this. Jarex continuing to pull bottom. He's got the wave, but Yuna's here to meet him now. He's ready to give him another run. He's just still level 1, Jarex. So he's only got the Shadow Realm, but as you can see, he takes a lot of damage each and every time from these. But I mean, he's going to have the Shadow. He's got Shadow Realm. He has to aggros the creep wave. Oh, at the same time, S4 taking quite a punch here.
Got the Maledict on him. The Aphotic Shield saving him from some of the damage, but he is going to fall pretty low. It will be fine. But the Witch Doctor, Destiny, doing a very good job at trying to push S4 out of the lane.
He's not getting a whole lot. He's level 2 with 3 last hits. I guess it's similar with
Similar
to
Dark.
Yeah.
I think he's just a little bit behind on the XP, but
yeah,
it's pretty close. But yeah, this mid lane. Mad just continuing to hold the lead, 20-1 against the 15-2. He is on track to find very good timing with his first few items. And you're right, does go for the bottle on this build.
Yeah, he always goes to the bottle. I think you need the sustain when you're a melee mid laner versus a ranged hero. Unless you want to just keep bringing out regen over and over again. Bottom, Jerax. S4.
Trying to force that first shield out of him. They'll go in then afterwards with the stun, close the gap with the PL. They've got the kill. King Gaming. A third kill that they're getting out of this bottom lane. It feels like even though they put the 2 heroes down in the dual lane from OG, it's not really achieving that much. It's giving up kills, and they're not stopping the PL from farming.
No, they're not stopping it at all. And the thing is, too, is the way the Keen's playing the lane is they're not really sitting passively in the lane. You see the Sanking is constantly moving.
Yeah.
So it's a level 1 Sanking, but
it's got a haste rune.
PL is almost level 5.
He's going to give Jerax a bit of a rundown here. Jerax will go straight away for the Shadow round.
Again, the stun up. They've got Maledict cast in a few mana, too. The dive is a little too far, though.
I like that as well from Yuna. Timing the Burrow Strike so it's at the end, so Jerax doesn't even get a chance to get the punch out from the Shadow realm.
Dark does have to use the Time Walk, but will be just fine anyway. And now mid, they're putting some pressure onto Matt. He's got the skewer available.
He's going to be able to get himself back up towards the tower. But Yuna, yeah, starting to get mobile on the map. He's been able to have quite an impact down bottom. He's going elsewhere. S4 is dead.
He denies himself, though.
I mean, still, though, he's off the lane, out of the lane. Sure, they don't get the kill, but King Gamer, they'll be very happy with the situation anyway down there.
Look at this rotation now, though. Because the Witch Doctor didn't get the kill bottom. He's keeping top with this clarity. Yuna, though, walks right in.
Has just walked into this. See, that's a Burrow Strike itself away, but the damage from No-Tail's enough. He's going to die. That's, as much as we're talking up Yuna's plays elsewhere, that was not a lane that you could just simply walk into.
A bit ambitious. Free farming Terrorblade.
Yeah, getting some good damage onto the tower as well here, No-Tail. That's early push from the meta.
I understand why they're moving around, though, right? They're like, okay, bottom's already, we've taken care of bottom. Our PL is going to be just fine versus an ABBA now, so we can focus elsewhere. We can try to slow down this Terrorblade spawn a bit.
And look at this mid. They have to sort of give Jerax a lane because he was level 1 for the longest of times. Top lane, a bit of a go being made onto No-Tail. Yuna trying to close the gap. No-Tail's going to look to try and get himself into the trees. They've got a Burrow Strike at the ready. They're hunting for him. Fly is going to be here to provide some sort of help. Is it actually going to be enough to keep them off? No-Tail, though. Yuna, Dark, and Destiny continuing to chase down. Close. They're chasing him. He's popped the cell, trying to keep himself alive. Yuna's diving. He's got a Burrow Strike back up, but he's going to miss it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Yuna. He's messed it up, and No-Tail's able to walk himself away. Just out of underneath the noses of 3 heroes trying to make a go on him.
Because his raindrop was still on cooldown. That was definitely a kill there if the stun connects.
Unfortunate there for Yuna. I guess lost the vision, did have to go for sort of the blind stun play.
Yeah.
And unfortunately made the wrong call for himself.
Giving space to their Void now, though. So Dark is getting a decent amount up here.
And giving that extra bit of experience place for MS on the PL down bottom.
Yeah, and they're still slowing down No-Tail, too, and they're putting the aggression on still.
Yeah, I think they're going to try again. He came out a little bit far here, No-Tail. He is obviously quite tanky with the amount of armor that he has.
Got the chase. Dilation, and Chicken's out here, too.
With Chicken, there's no chance for No-Tail. Smart rotation from the DP where the side of King Gaming absolutely need that extra bit of magical burst to bring down the Terrorblade, and they've got it with that rotation.
They're going to look to pressure the tower, it seems. They're sending the Sanking mid to get experience, so old Chicken might actually just use Exorcism up here. He does.
See what he can get out of it. They should have a good shot as Fly's the only one up here. He's already backing himself away. Does not want to get caught by these 3.
I like how fast-paced they're playing, right? Like they're like bottom lane secured, move the supports constantly, even move our Death Prophet, which is just fine. Just keep that pressure coming instead of just playing passively.
All I say, I'm mad. I'm ready to see what his first sort of show up to the game will be. I guess at the moment it is just farming that Blink Dagger. He's about 900 gold towards it. His second highest net worth though in the game, highest net worth for the side of OG. So they'll be waiting on that Blink. And then we'll start to see them try and play around the RP, I'm sure, at least for a little bit.
They haven't seen the mag in a while, too, so You see that with PL go mid. Gives a bunch of space down to S4 to catch back up. Level 5, he's starting to get a little bit of gold, but mid tower starts to get threatened. Jarek's pulling aggro. And they've already got deep aggressive wards coming out. Since they're playing versus OG's Draft, who has a mag and a Terrorblade, you know that they're going to go to farm jungle at some time. So.
I mean, they're hunting down Fly. Look at this Yuna with this Invis rune. Is being able to get in close and personal to the wards, spotting out Fly's area, and they'll open up. Got the Siphon. I'll look for a bit of body block. Fly will turn with the quick telekinesis. Caustic Finale slow comes in. Fly will fall. Keen Gaming able to get themselves the 5th kill on the board. Bottom lane, they did get the tower. Yep. No tail. He's actually going to push on, and with the remainder of that mana, might try and get some damage down onto the tier 2. But Keen Gaming continuing to sort of stay over on OG's half of the map with 4 heroes up in the jungle.
Yeah. Like I was saying, they're looking good with their aggression because they know this mag can't really contribute too much into the game until that Blink Dagger's out. It's just really a walking shockwave.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And what do we got coming out from the match here? This Treads Aquila at the moment has queued up a Yasha.
Okay.
Rather than the Diffusal Rush. A bit different.
I mean, in terms of things, I guess having if he does indeed finish off with full Manta, it's going to be nice against the root from the Willow.
Yeah, I mean,
but it sort of slows down the rest of the game.
Yeah, it slows down his kill potential and everybody too. And the mana burn is very useful versus heroes like Abba in particular. But I guess maybe he doesn't want to get reflection used on him, and the mana burn starts hurting. I'm not too sure. More of a farming build is what that tells me, rather than a fighting build. But
yeah,
I guess it looks like he wants to be able to fight early on because he's getting very involved standing in the mid lane.
They're going to pop the Ghost again. They're straight back up and they're straight back in. Old Chicken, no hesitation, as they look to move towards another objective. We'll see what OG can do to defend, but Seb still 300 or such away from the Blink Dagger. Makes it hard for them to get any sort of initiation. Jarex throws down the maze, but they'll be fine. The stun comes out to the Witch Dogs. They do close the gap onto Destiny, going in with the telekinesis. Fly drags him back. The hit from the Shadow Realm. Jarex, it's not enough, and in fact now Fly, he's the one in trouble. Old Chicken's chasing him down. MS on the PL finds the space to take the tower. One more Crypt Swarm from Old Chicken finishes off the job. They take down Fly as well as the tier 1 tower.
OG's getting punished at the moment just because they need this blink on the Magnus, and they know the Tower Blade have used better already. And bottom? That's 4? Yuna?
He's actually scared.
We'll be okay.
Phonic Shield a little too much for Yuna to want to fight through.
Now Jarex, though, getting beaten to the Bounty Rune.
Got the Shadow Realm.
But Yuna's here too, closing the gap.
He's falling very low. He'll pop down the maze. Is it going to be enough to create the distance? No, because another Siphon's there. Old Chicken can keep the chase going on, and this Death Prophet, he's up and down the map. Yeah, he's having a massive impact on this game.
Yeah, making all the right moves, and during all this too, there's just a Void farming top who has Chronosphere now available and has the Dominator creep. So has that catapult, be able to keep pushing the top.
So he on his own can be quite the pushing potential as well. There's the Blink Dagger pickup for Mad. So this is where we've got to start looking at how OG play around the RPs. And he is doing it. He does. He's queuing up that Aghanim.
The Aghanims. I mean, I think this time it's because they're versus the PL in particular too.
Okay,
so
I get sure against the illusions.
Yeah, makes sense. And they want to be able to deep push because right now they are set pretty far back versus Keen with all these quick movements that they've been making.
Yeah. And yeah, certainly the big thing for Keen as well. Whilst they're getting all this done, the PL, he's still there at the top of it all, farming away.
So, you know, we were talking about, like, the PL. He doesn't contribute too much in the Chrono, but I guess maybe that was... They didn't really care about that. They were like, okay, this PL, it's a good PL game, in theory. Sure, there's Empower and there's a decent amount of, like, nukes, but they need to get to that point. If this PL gets absolutely massive, then they really can't just be able to take all these illusions. And they already have a lot of things to throw into the Chrono, right? They've got Sanking, they've got Death Prophet, they've got Witch Doctor. All these heroes already benefit so much from Dark on that Void. So I can see what they were going for there. Old Chicken, invisible, spotting out a big stack.
Alright, he's got his eyes on Jarex. Who's he got with him? He does have Destiny on the Witch Doctor heading over. But there's a lot of members of OG here. So
yeah, he's got a ward though, so he does see most of OG in position here.
Mad is waiting. They have a sentry down. It's a bit of a trap. They are going to fear the first one back, but the Chrono indeed comes in from Dark. The counterplay's there. The cast bounce is going to be perfect. Holding the Magnus in place. Magnus will fall. Matt can't get off the RP. That's him out of the fight for 30 seconds. No-Tail will be able to tell. They have managed to get 2 in response, but No-Tail is falling ever so low. MS is chasing down. He gets the Sunder off in time. Will be able to survive. Now he can turn back towards them, push them away. Yuna tries for a Burrow Strike, but he clips onto nobody. The stun clips in from Jerax. They'll turn their attentions towards the Sand King. So despite the start of that fight being their Magnus getting chronoed, OG still fight through. No-Tail doing a lot of damage with the Metamorphosis, keeps himself alive with the Sunder, and a few Wisp spells there from Keen.
A few Wisp spells, and also I think Jerax, did he just like solo kill the Death Prophet? He did 1,300 damage in that fight as the Willow. I mean, and I did not see Old Chicken really get any spells off, so I'm pretty sure that Willow actually killed the Death Prophet by himself for the most part.
He made a bit of an attempt on to fly, but he had to keep his distance.
They needed that to punch back.
Absolutely. And we didn't really expect it. Now they've still got it. They jump in mid. They've got the two of them, skewing them back. They've found the Witch Doctor and Old Chicken. He's surrounded. He's got a Siphon and a Stick Charge, trying to get himself out of there, and it looks like it will be enough, because MS turns up. Will turn his attention now towards S4. S4 has the borrowed time. We'll be fine for now. Quick doppelganger as MS looks to jump towards the backline. He's now focusing on Mad. Aphotic Shield on S4, keeping him fine. On the back of it all, Jerax has come through. Yuna turns, though, with the Epicenter, chasing down the Willow. Doesn't have quite enough mana for the aggressive Burrow Strike, so has to walk it off. They don't get any kill in response. Keen Gaming, as OG are able to keep one another alive.
Back and forth, all depending on all these ultimates for both sides. They're really relying on Old Chicken for the damage, though, at the moment, it does seem, with that Exorcism. But MS on the PL, he's still doing a fair amount with that Yasha build.
He's getting involved, yeah. As you say, a bit different in terms of the items, orders that he's going. He is queuing up the S and Y next.
Yeah. I think the thing is, for Keen, they like have to keep the pace up, right? You're playing versus a ABBA Terrorblade mag lineup, so this...
Oh yeah, any lineup with a mag later on.
If it starts to slow down, the Empower is going to make them get so farmed.
Oh,
Mad, he's porting right into 3 of them.
He is, surprise. They are going to try and go for him. He does have some back... Oh no, he doesn't. The rest of the team's out of there. They're going to let him go. He's going to go down to the low ground, but the Maledict's on him. Chase down from MS is there to secure the kill.
Smoke caught him off guard. And look at this too. You see what S4 is doing? Has the dominated Alpha Wolf just following No-Tail. So No-Tail is sitting at 200 damage when he's empowered on top of that aura. He's going to have to push the waves in quickly, get lots of farm. Top. As we said, Keen, they have to play fast-paced here versus OG's lineup. There is almost a Blink Dagger on the Sank.
Yeah, you know, he's been missing a few of those Burrow Strikes.
Really has been.
We've got to see him step it up in these fights. That's Keen. Finish off the tier 2 top. And that's the Blink. See how Yuna can have an impact with that now, with their big ultimates. They do have Chronosphere up and ready, but at the same time, there is that RP from Mad.
We've got the S and Y now finished for the PO. So it is a bit of a battle build, but I'm still intrigued why that Diffusal Blade was skipped. I guess it must be because of that reflection. S4. They're walking into the Witch Doctor Destiny.
Dark comes in. He's got the Chrono onto 2. The rest of them are outside. Yeah, they're focusing Fly. They can't quite kill them. They've got the Death Wall from the low ground, though. No-Tail gets the Sunder off, but it might not matter. The Death Wall continues to punch in. No-Tail still alive for now. He'll get away. A Aphotic Shield on No-Tail keeps him fine. MS turns towards S4, but S4 has the borrowed time. Jump forward from Dark. They're focusing Mad on the Magnus, and they'll get him. The cast bounces. Come back through. They find one. They turn towards a second and a third. Burrow Strike from Yuna this time, closing the gap, catching out Fly. And they find 3 of them.
They couldn't have a better timing for that Sanking in the Blink there, because the Chronosphere comes down, we're like, uh-oh, the damage isn't there, but then the Epi follow-up comes through with that Death Ward as well. They're lucky to not have lost No-Tail.
I mean, No-Tail is
70 HP.
Very, very close to falling.
Team's able to claim themselves a tier 2 now, though, using their ultis very efficiently.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tanking up as well, they've got the hood on Old Chicken.
Yeah, they're looking to go into that pit right here. This could be a huge move for Keen.
Yeah, well, they don't have the Ghost for this. But I guess
with PL and with the Dominator and Void, they do have a lot of damage to bring it down.
And they've got a lot of sustain, so it's not going to put them in a dangerous part at all with the illusions tanking.
They know the RP was used as well, and that's pretty much all the team fight on the side of OG. OG doesn't have the greatest team fight when RP's on cooldown.
Yeah, they got this. OG is probably not going to expect this. I mean, you have Jerax coming through, but Yuna, he'll jump straight up. He'll go for the Burrow Strike. He's looking for the body blocks as well. Jerax trying to send them back there. But the chase is through, and MS gets the kill. Spirit Lance connects. Another kill for Keen Gaming on top of grabbing the Aegis for themselves. They're keeping a good lead here.
I think OG has to slow the pace of this game down. They're getting caught out too much because of how quick Keen's doing. I mean, Keen's they're making really nice moves, but I think OG now gets to the point where they have to be able to push out these side lanes. They have to be able to abuse the empower and get themselves these big cores that they want to go for in the later stages of the game.
He's been caught out. Just 3 kills across the map. As you say, you know, they need to sort of slow this down and sort of band together, keep it going.
But they're not.
They're getting caught out.
Keen they're playing it at a very, very fast pace here. We see the smoke comes out constantly. Every single time they get an objective, they smoke right away and look for another fight.
Oh,
Dark has the Shadow Blade. He's stalking the Magnus bottom.
He's going to have Chrono up in a second if he wants to hold him down.
He's going to find him here.
Yeah, he's got the Chrono up. Oh, that position though.
He
knows. He cuts through. He's found him. He's going to open up. The backup's coming through. He might not need it with 2 other heroes coming in. I don't think he does. There's an RP that Mad is threatening with. They're going to keep their distance. You can see MS just standing on the side, and the bashes come in. They've caught out Mad. He's gone for 45 seconds. Keen Gaming just got 3 pickoffs in a row.
And during all this too, Yuno's been invis just stalking the other heroes on OG. And now they get a tower. They're about to have level 12 on Death Prophet as well, so they can look to force that secondary tower with level 2 Exorcism. OG, you can see though, they're scrambling to split up. They have to split the map up.
They've got to get out and away from this team. At this moment, if they go anywhere near the members of Keen, they get picked off.
Keen's got everything available again. They've got Chrono, they've got Exorcism, they've got Epicenter.
And we'll have RP up in 10 seconds when Mad's back in the game, OG.
But it does feel like they're very limited on their damage resources. They need that RP to hit multiple heroes until they get to that bigger stages on these cores.
SPO's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Reaver, very, very close to having that heart.
And Jarex gets troll netted up. Quick bash.
And they'll chase. They will look for the Sem back here as they fear.
But they've got more chase.
Jarex.
Jarex.
Away.
He looks pretty dead.
Yeah, Destiny's in. He drops the Death Ward. He's got the kill.
Let me hear the end of this, will you, Jax?
Uh-oh. Again, though, you see that Keen. They took the tower and they smoked looking for an engagement instantly. And they're looking to threaten some high ground here.
He's just going in. But S4's AFK. He's going to get used up. But he's just dead. S4?
I think was he microing his Dominator?
He must have been.
That looked a bit bizarre there. And now they've got the Ghosts for high ground. They saved it from earlier.
We'll have to back up now. They've got the creep wave coming in. Now they can get back in. Mad does have the threat of the RP, but no, he doesn't. He walks too close. He gets silenced. Burrow strike. They drop the Chrono. That's going to be Mad dead. He's gone for 50 seconds. No-Tail's trying his best to fight up against them with the Metamorphosis, but they surround him. No-Tail bringing MS down low. Does get the Sunder onto Old Chicken. Used up as well. Old Chicken in a lot of trouble. They do chase him. They will finish him off. No-Tail doing his best here as he grabs the double kill and will be able to put a stop to the push. MS does just get away. I gotta say, it feels like there's some crazy things going on OG at the moment.
Yeah,
and No-Tail's the solid rock, which is not normally the case, but this game, No-Tail's the one doing his best to carry his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, S4 died right away. Mad stepped up a little too far, gets instantly controlled up. He gets a beautiful Sunder off, though, but at the same time, the mag still bought back. So Mad getting delayed more and more for those items that he wants in the Keen.
I think, yeah,
they saved the Aegis there. That was also the big thing. MS now has a full heart on top of that Aegis there.
Oh, boy.
So they have another minute where they can look to make aggressive plays versus OG.
Yeah, all eyes on No-Tail to carry them really. He's, as I say, because on this Terrorblade, but with the team around him, he can absolutely carry this game.
If he gets big enough. Right now, I mean, this PL, I don't know how they're going to be able to take him out. He's got 3,200 life already.
It doesn't matter if he gets RP. Well, I mean, they obviously they're 5 heroes focused, but it's
if
so
he's isolated,
harder. Sure.
But Keen, I mean, this is their time to go. They know how
okay, No-Tail. Been jumped on, but they're just teasing. They don't have the Chrono up, so they won't commit any further. They know that the RP is still there, with Mad being unable to use it last defense.
30 seconds till they've got both Chrono and the Exorcism and Epicenter. So they will have everything available at the same exact time, and they're looking to force in bottom wave while also keeping it near mid. But the split push is coming out. You see S4 position top.
I mean, the game is just slowed down for OG's other cores, as you can see on the individual net worth.
They need to keep
this
slowing
stage.
down.
S4 and Mad, they're behind 4 members of Keen Gaming.
Jumps in. Well, they're able to find Fly here. The Maledict, Death Ward should be enough.
Absolutely. The Aegis has timed out though. An instant buyback for Fly.
I mean, they're feeling under a lot of pressure here.
They need some pretty incredible RPs from Mad now. It's Keen Gaming.
They've got the exorcism now.
They're going to pop it. Ready to push in, ready to attempt to clean up this bottom lane of Rax. We'll see what OG can do to stop this.
You see how Old Chicken, he pops exorcism, just instantly uses Crypt Swarm to make sure the Rubik can't steal it, because that's OG's way back in this game. It's a big steal as well.
On the side, MS starts to play with Jax. Jax heads into the shadow round.
Old Chicken?
Whew. It's brought incredibly low. And now MSS. Oh, sorry, no, MS. Being turned towards on the PL. We'll be able to get him outside the base.
They can just stall though, right? Exorcism was used, but they know Meta was used as well. So they can back up, reset. They still have a lot of their other ultis available. And when OG does not have Meta, their damage is very limited. Mid lane.
They found Jerax. Could they kill him off in time?
The instant Yules there by Yuna, stopping Mad's chance of RP. And here's Dark.
Oh, and he's just got a 3-man chrono. They're going to have an epicenter coming in as well. Yuna just jumps in straight into the midst of them, but he can't actually quite kill off Mad. A Photic Shield comes in time from S4. And despite it looking to be some good setup, OG, they don't lose anyone. They keep one another alive. Nice play there from S4. I'm sure that he gets Mad out of there.
Yeah. They hold the RP as well. And now Meta is off. But that was, did you see that by Yuna, the pre-clicked Yules? That was very nice onto Mad. That could have turned a bit there for sure. And they're actually stalking for Notel here. He still has Sunder available.
And he does have his teammates on his way over. Turn with the Sunder onto MS, and he's got the backup of S4 on Fly. So now MS and Yuna have to be the ones that have to back off on the side of it all. Dark comes forth. They do get the silence. In fact, Matt gets caught out. He's got the Aphotic Shield upon him. He's got to skew himself away. Matt, he's going to fall. Does he get the chance to get the RP off? He's down for a minute. Dark jumping in. They're falling pretty low on Keen, but they're keeping themselves alive with the Yule Scepter. Yuna's fine, and now Notel's the one in trouble. They've just lost 3 on OG. S4 on Fly trying to run themselves back to the base, but MS, he's going to be sure to chase these guys down with the Spirit Lance, the Siphon from Old Chicken. They've found a 4th. S4, the last man left standing. He does have borrowed time, and there will be a buyback, in fact, from Notel. Notel heading forward, trying to help out Gustav, but S4 surrounded. He'll fall. OG getting effectively team wiped. As I mean, every fight, Mad's just getting caught out at the start.
He's not able to get any of his spells off.
They're just getting on top of him perfectly, Keen Gaming, and now they're pushing the top lane. Another buyback will come through from S4. As Keen Gaming will find the tier 3. With 10 seconds till the mag comes back up, they will back away.
Oh boy, 14k gold lead, 10,000 experience lead. It's looking real hard for OG. They need to be able to somehow stall this game, but Keen's not giving them the options. They're getting all the right pickoffs, like you said, always catching Mad before he's able to get any spells off. And these cores are really far behind. It's literally Notel versus the world.
And, you know, these cores ain't done. We're seeing the Dark Void and the MSPL 0 deaths on both of these heroes. OG's just been unable to punish them. And as we said, this was an off-lane Void. He's doing great. He's nearly got the same farm as mid-lane Death Prophet. Yeah, I mean, look at Yuna's farm too. The Sand King, 8,200 net worth. Yeah, he's ahead of S4. He's ahead of Mad. Yeah, he's ahead of 2 of the cores right now. They're desperate to really get these items. Like we're saying, they need to slow the pace down. Once they've got this Tower Blade with more items, maybe once they've got S4 with the Radiance, they have better chance to take fights. But at this rate, it's looking like Keen's gonna take this one away. They are still yet to take a barracks though.
Yes.
So OG at least still have their mind, as you say. OG can push it on to go later and later with Notel. They're going to try and get aggressive. They have to use this RP for something.
They've just all smoked up already. They're expecting something like this. And look at this, Mad. We'll walk up. The Witch Doctor's already scouting.
Fly jumps in. We'll go for the telekinesis, but he said this whole smoke movement from OG has been put to a stop. This attempt to get out of the base, try for a kill, it's only ended up in them losing the life of Fly.
Dark's still on the prowl with the Shadow Blade. Won't be able to find anything else though, but
he's got a lot of money as well on this Void. I wonder what he's thinking about picking up.
They kind of predicted this movement, it seemed like, by OG, setting themselves up defensively. I think they've got a pretty good option. They can still wait for on the Void. If he wants to still go for that scaling ability, he can. If he wants to get damage for himself, if not, he could look for just an Aghanims. I mean, he's been landing some excellent Chronospheres.
Look at that as well.
It's about the Roche. 30 seconds.
Mad changing his build because of the situation. He has just picked up the Force.
He's way too far behind. I mean, he's 1-6-1, right? Like he's only been involved in 2 of their
kills.
kills.
Can't go for that axe. I mean, at least not now. Maybe if they keep the game going, it will indeed go back for it. But that is if they can keep the game going to the point where he's able to get 4,200 gold.
Man,
it's going to be hard.
This is something we like time and talk again is when you have something like a Mag, you want someone else to ideally start the fight for you. You've been seeing this over and over again. As like Mag cannot start the fight as this Magnus. Every single time he's getting caught out by Keen. They're looking for a smoke here though. Do they find Dark? Do they get him with the RP? Do they have the control?
They do. Big kill for OG.
And the Roche
Any of
spawns at
these
the same time.
If they can get a second one as well, they're looking towards Old Chicken. He's caught in the maze. Do they have the follow-up control? Another Yule's up. You're going to have Yuna coming on the side with the epicenter. Trying to get in onto Notel. The Death Lord coming through as well, but the Aphotic Shield as well as the Sunder. Keeping Notel alive. They'll turn towards Chicken. They're forcing this man away. Jerax is taking a lot of damage for it. Matt jumps forward, gives the empower so they can beat down another. Jerax will fall though to Yuna. So a 2-for-1. Old Chicken was able to keep his distance.
Uh-oh. We'll
Again,
okay
sort of the lack of catch from OG is
but the
sort
reflection.
of
That Ice Gotti slow as well.
he is going to be able to doppel up to the high ground though. Can keep his distance, can get himself out of there.
They're trying to stall the meta. It's actually just ran out already. I think this is where King can look to re-engage here. They still have Death Prophet ulti available too.
They've got the Chronosphere.
Yeah, when Void respawns, I think they can look to take a fight here.
But that was the sort of fight that the OG looking for. If they can just get that RP at the start on one of the cores, take them out.
I think they needed to get more out of that, to be honest. It's like now they don't have RP, they don't have meta. How do they take a fight? If there's like no way to take a fight,
they have to go back
to.
They can't really change how they're playing. They've got to go back to sort of respecting the fact that they are still 14k net worth behind. And as you mentioned, all the ultimates being there for the two cores at least, the Chrono and the Exorcism, and a Chrono that's going to be very shortly an Aghanim.
It is the Aghanims. Okay, I thought it might be the Ags this game because of how well he was defending them.
See what they can do around the pit. I mean, OG coming close.
Gets spotted. Yuno was on the high ground there. Jerax was trying to get some wards done to make sure they can have at least vision for these engagements.
They've got the RP in 10 seconds.
Okay.
So they can certainly threaten around the pit and sort of see that Keen Gaming being very careful about how they go about it. Only having MS in the pit at the moment, which is going to be just not very quick for Roshan.
Yeah, they need like a multi-hero RP though at this moment, especially because like meta is not available. Once meta is available, maybe they have better chances if they can land like 1 or 2 heroes in it. But I think they really need to land it on like 3 heroes in this moment in time because they're very limited on the damage. Keen. Roche at half HP. OG, take a fight. 10 seconds.
Got that
12
RP.
seconds till meta. 12 till meta.
It's hard for that, well, especially with Dark sort of coming around with Shadow Blade. Because he could jump in, but he's only going to get the RP on one.
Stun.
Well, they're rather close now. They're going to go for the Chrono. Mad desperately trying to find an opening, but no, Yuna's there with the control. Has the Yules up onto Mad, making it very hard for him to get in. And they've lost Fly. They've got the control onto Notel. Notel turns, gets the Sunder. The RP comes out onto 3. They're turning with the power damage they're doing it, but no, Yuna's in with the epicenter, bringing Notel down. They've found the kill. Mad buys back immediately, but OG, they're suffering. Keen Gaming are cleaning up. Triple kill for Old Chicken. It didn't matter that they got the 3-man RP as it saw, as the damage was just too much. Yuna coming in perfectly, and now they've caught out Jerax as well. On the side with the Burrow Strike, Jerax will pop. They're into the pit. OG just can't get themselves back ahead. Keen Gaming increasing the lead.
You said it yourself. Yuna's on fire. Every single time he's able to catch, it seems, the Magnus.
He's just watching Mad.
Yeah.
Making it very hard for Mad to play his game.
I also really like the decision making there too, right? They didn't like, they had Death Prophet ulti and they're not like, okay, we're gonna pop DP ulti and commit fully inside of the pit, because that's how you get caught and you lose the game pretty much. So they wait till they see the Terrorblade, they get the Chronosphere up, and then the Exorcism gets popped so they can actually bring down that Terrorblade quickly. Very good play coming out from Keen. They're pushing out their side lanes. They've got the Boots of Travel as well on the
MS is just going
Prophet.
in. You know, there's 3 heroes down.
No no Terrorblade, so no matter.
No worries in the world. Range racks taken. Can he get away with the melee racks as well? That's the question. It's not the quickest of sieging. And they do have the full lineup up. He really wants it though. It's close.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
that should be enough. He's got to get out of there now. So they will keep the melee racks alive.
They actually held it for now, but now this is where Death Prophet's coming in.
Yeah, because there's no fortification.
Yeah.
Now you can go full in.
Shiva's is finished already too.
He's got the cheese.
Yeah. It's queued up in Ethereal. Cool.
Okay.
There's not really, I mean, there's not really a lot of magic damage on OG's lineup. I mean, it's really just the Terror Blade at this moment in time getting all that punches. So
it could be nice from a distance to save someone that gets RP'd.
So ready now the Aghanims. Aghanims on Void, Butterfly on PL2. I mean, these items are really starting to add up. How can OG
S4's very close now, having a Radiance. Obviously not sort of the timing that he would have hoped for, but...
He's been switching back and forth, too, because in the last fight he had Vlad's queued up, and then he switched back to the Radiance. So
I think you have to go for something big, like something that's going to help you against the potential, the stronger creep pushes that are going to come through. They get in on bottom, they will be able to now clean up the melee racks, King Gaming. As OG, no way of sort of stopping them from just getting in and finishing off that barracks. For the mid push.
Got Exorcism. See what Mag can do.
How does Seb get in on this?
They're just committing onto him.
They are. MS has just gone immediately on top of Magnus. Pushing him to the side. No-Tail will turn towards MS. MS taking quite a punch here. He has got the Aegis. They'll pop the Aegis.
They've got RP if they want to try to follow up, but they're losing their racks as they're in all this.
They are. The mid lane is suffering to the Exorcism. They will now start to back off. Mad still looking for a target. Dark post the Chrono. He's only going to catch one upon it. Mad comes in, only gets the RP on toward Chicken, and old Chicken's keeping himself alive, and No-Tail's the one to suffer. Gets silenced, Death Ward down, No-Tail's gone. He'll buy back immediately. But now they're without RP. Can they really continue to hold? The old Chicken.
He's got cheese.
He's so tanky. He's going to get skewered back. He has the hood. Pops the cheese. No-Tail punching him pretty heavily, though, with that Empower, but Yuna comes in with the control, has the Burrow Strike, silences one onto No-Tail. He's falling pretty low. They're focusing. Can they kill him in time? The illusion's upon him. MS has got him. They'll take down No-Tail. That's No-Tail and Mad down for over a minute without buyback. Jerax, he'll fall as well. Triple kill for MS as Keen Gaming are just cleaning up. OG very much out of this game as they could never really get it together against the pace that Keen were playing.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the thing too. It's like we looked at OG's lineup and they need their Blink Dagger so badly on the Mag. And Keen, they took advantage of that. They took so many buildings, they had such a net worth advantage. By the time the Mag had the Blink, they had their own Blinks to follow up and so many ways to counteract that. They played really well around their ultis.
OG, they are buying back in the best of one. They're giving it their all, but without their two cores. Pretty much impossible to keep this lineup of Keen off their Ancient. The Chrono will be popped by Dark. And they can be lying straight on top of Fly, take out the Rubik, S4, and Jarrett, the last two men standing. And the GG finally is called. OG tap out. Keen Gaming looking pretty nice here, and OG just a little bit lost in the early stages of this game.
Yeah, I mean, their draft is pretty greedy, let's be honest. I mean, they have this Mag mid, right? I think this is really why we don't see it too much. You're very reliant on having that Blink Dagger in order to get involved. And you look at Keen, they've got much faster paced heroes. They took advantage. The PL went for this Yasha build to try to just get all those stats and fight. And they landed like perfect chronos over and over again.
I mean, as you say, you've got to sort of ask yourself, what was the Magnus able to do this game? And you look at the stats, it's no surprises that the Magnus, lowest damage, of course, done on the team. It's just one of those heroes, you don't have an impact at the right time at the start. It's pretty much impossible. I mean, you've got to sort of give hats off to Keen, as you said. They just played fantastically around the Magnus. They just shut Mad down every fight, made sure that Mag could do nothing.
And they played that fast pace, right? So they were like, oh, okay, Mag needs Blink to really get involved. Let's rotate Chicken around. Let's rotate the Sanking around constantly. They claimed so many towers, got tons of kills too. I mean, S4 was 0-8 as well. Like, they all just suffered so badly in this game on OG.
Yeah, not a nice scoreboard there for OG at all. That was not great. Keen Gaming looking pretty hot. Their core's having a brilliant game, and the supports as well. Just overall a team that, as we say, we don't really get to see too much. But
yeah, they looked good though. I was
strong.
Pleasantly surprised. I mean, especially too with like an offlane Void, they made it work.
Absolutely did. Well, we're going to have a short break, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll be back with another game here in Group A. I believe Optic versus TNC should be up on your screens pretty soon, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you shortly.